Apology for missing the previous chapter. Chapter 1 is actually titled Candy. So Chapter 2, the No Daddy Blues. Chris remembered when his younger sister Sharon was 3 years old, told him to wake up. As much as sleeping brought nightmares, being awake was even more fear-inducing. Let me give you some background information about what's going on here. When his mother picked him up, they lived in the house that his stepfather's, Freddie's sister owned. Nothing Chris did warmed his stepfather to him. Instead, his stepfather enjoyed hurting Chris's feelings. His stepfather stopped going to school after 3rd grade. Interestingly, his stepfather got along with his elder sister's biological father, Sam. Sam was a highly educated high school teacher. Sam was the opposite. Each time Sam gave money to his biological daughter, he also gave the same amount of money to Chris. Freddie saw this and didn't like it. Chris felt left out. His older sister's biological father was around. Both of his younger sisters, Kim being the last born, so there's another baby. Their biological father around. Chris was the only one without any connection to his biological father. Around that time, he made a promise to himself that he keeps to this day. No matter what happens, his children will know who their father is and that he won't abandon his children. Going back to when his younger sister Sharon told Chris to wake up. Sharon told Chris to go to the kitchen. His stepfather had beat their mother with a 2x4 piece of plywood. His mother was on the floor unconscious. He called emergency services. After they took his mother to the hospital, he proceeded to clean up the kitchen as she was in the process of preparing breakfast when she was attacked. Although his mother survived and promised to send his stepfather away, he always played on the weak spot. She kept letting him return to their home. Outside the home was safe and normal. He remembers his mother asking him to pick up some sausages from Si's store. At the time, he didn't know the difference between a person who was Anglo-Saxon Protestant versus someone who was Jewish. All Chris knew was that he made delicious sausages. 2 blocks north of there was a candy store. Chris wondered how he was ever going to get the money to buy some candy. Enter the scene, his 13-year-old cousin Terry. Terry taught them how to collect various materials from copper wire to paper. It wasn't air quote stealing because they went to houses that were already condemned, and the city was only going to put everything into junkyards anyway. After they collected the materials, they went to a Mr. Katz who gave them money for gathering the materials. Terry also got cases of cigarettes that had, air quotes, fallen off of a truck, air quotes, and they never got caught smoking those cigarettes. They also played football with the Ball brothers. However, when they went to the Ball brothers' home, Mrs. Ball corrected their bad behavior. Because what kids do, they just run right into the house without asking for permission, without saying please, thank you. So Mrs. Ball did correct their bad behavior. At home, Freddie beat Chris and his older sister Ophelia. Their mother never hit her children. Instead, she knew exactly what to say and how to say it to get her children to follow the rules. However, there was one exception. Chris stole some popcorn from the local candy store. His mother used the phone cord to beat her son. He quickly learned to not steal from the candy store. Instead, each time the phone rang, he had a knee-jerk reaction. Also, his mother didn't like the fact that her son was following in the footsteps of his cousin Terry. One of those days, Terry decided to have a co-ed pillow fight. However, when Terry's sister was seriously injured and had to go to the hospital, they had a family meeting. The fear of God was instilled in everyone who was involved. That was the end of the pillow fights. Another incident happened when Terry decided to build a playhouse. Chris's stepfather Freddie was angry at all the racket of wood chopping and nail hammering. When they didn't stop, Freddie picked up the axe, injured Chris with it. Chris's mother took care of his injuries at home. At age 8, Chris and his friends found a gun in an abandoned stove. The gun accidentally discharged and the girl was almost hit with a bullet. Chris's stepfather lost his temper. Chris ran to his room, crawled under the bed. Freddie picked up the bed and beat Chris with his belt. When his stepfather was going to beat his mother, he went to Si's store to ask for help. The officer showed up, arrested him. His mother stayed at Mr. Odom's store. Mr. Odom did not let Freddie bully him, and Freddie was actually a coward and left the store. 2 days later, Freddie seemed to calm down. However, all of them walked on eggshells, meaning they were very, very careful to not say or do anything that might upset him. Chris's mother, on one of those rare times, did talk to Chris about his biological father. She mentioned that Chris's father lives in Louisiana. One night, Freddie came home drunk and passed out. Chris's mother quietly moved all 4 of her children out of harm's way. What Chris didn't know at the time was the fact that his mother was planning to set fire to the home. Her plan failed, and she was, once again, sent to prison. And, once again, Chris and sisters were sent back to live with one of their uncles. So, in a couple of days, I will go over the events of Chapter 3. Questions, comments, constructive criticisms, asking for clarification, let me know. And in a couple of days, I will tell you what happened next. Take care.